You had me. I was all in. I just I was enraptured with Donny Hathaway and um Roberta Flack. I was in. Oh well. I think Enroue is coming on. I don't know if I haven't followed up with him since we talked, since I had to cancel him on November 7th to go to a funeral. Uh, uh and that we did set this date for the 14th, but things happen. So we'll see. I would be sorely disappointed if I don't get to have my Enroute conversation. That's all I'm gonna say. But if not, we'll make the best of it. 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 It looks like it's nice out. I'm gonna check the weather and see um what the skinny is, what the 411. So it's 43 degrees, sunny conditions from 11 to 12. Mostly cloudy conditions expected at 2. We're not gonna get any rain. Just gonna be cloudy. And then tomorrow the highs will be 57. Saturday it'll be 60. Sunday it'll be 62. So around this for the next couple of next week too. So that'll be. I think there's some rain in the forecast for next Friday. I know they want some rain because it's been dry, and then dry and windy is not a good combination. Brush fires and fires. You know, it's uh, challenging. So, and we've had a couple of brush fires. Not in New Haven proper, but around Connecticut. So, yeesh. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. So, I guess we do need some rain, but snow could come too. I'm not sure I want snow. I know. It's Connecticut. I know. Uh, I'm just trying to I'm just trying to tell you what my wishes are for the weather. I saw I saw a funny little thing. I don't know if it was the Daily Show, and they were laughing about, Jews getting together to fix the weather or something. I don't know. I thought it was funny. And I meant to like capture it and remember it. I don't remember where I saw it. You know how you just one of these things where it's funny, it's in the moment, and then you're like, oh man, I should have held on to it, you know, and I did it. So, FYI, Love Boutique is closing, and they're selling everything. They're having a sale on everything. They're in Brantford. They open today from 2 to 6, which, wouldn't be a bad idea to run out there. I might. And let me just stay in the land of crazy a little bit longer. Trump's replacement for the four-star General Lloyd Austin is the 44-year-old anti-woke veteran and former Fox host Pete Hegseth. Hmm. He's served in the Army Reserves. He's replacing four-star General Lloyd Austin. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to remind people, um, votes have consequences. Votes have consequences. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I want everybody to use their vote accordingly, use their vote judiciously, use their vote, that's in their interest. Just FYI. So just putting that out there. Four-star general now. Nothing. TV host. TV host is Secretary of Defense. Okay. TV host. I mean, listen. I'm a radio host. I think I could run some stuff. I don't know if you want me running the Department of Defense. I don't know. I don't know if you want me doing that, but I think I could. You know, I don't know if you want me running it, but I think I'm pretty sure though. If push comes to shove, I could. Got some leadership skills. FYI. Well, we'll see what happens. I don't want to hear people. I don't want to hear anything when it all goes awry. I don't want to hear anybody complain. No one. So we'll see what happens. I don't know where Enroue is. I just texted him, but he didn't respond. So maybe we didn't. I could have sworn in our text about the 7th and the 14th were good. Good. So, well, I hope wherever he is, all is well. So forgive me if y'all tuned in for Enroue. Um, uh, he's usually good about checking in. So I hope all is well. He'll get back to me. And he'll be on again. Like we'll find another day. Don't you trouble your pretty little heads. He'll be on again. And it'll be all good. I am not kidding you. It'll be good. So, are people making holiday plans? Are people getting themselves ready for the holidays? Trying to decide if you want to be with your crazy family or not. And if you got divided and blended families, how does that work? When I used to run a divorce group, I used to tell people way ahead of time, get your plans in order about how you're going to, how children are going to spend time one way or the other, so that you don't get to the day of and it's some big ridiculous fight that could have been resolved way before you got to the day. And while you're at it, resolve Christmas and New Year's too, so that children are not caught in the crosshairs of parents' foolishness, you know. And I know there are parents who are like, oh, I want them to wake up at my house for Christmas Eve, or I want them for the day, or I want them like just work it out. Wherever they're going, they're not going forever, and things are changing. And so you have to lean into accepting change. It's a lot. And people get into these fights and children get caught up in these fights. And I'm like, holidays are going to be very different. So make your plans. So, split your time and be, I always tell people at the beginning of divorces, decide who you want to be in this divorce and then be that, so that you're not floundering all over the place and reacting and carrying on and because you're wounded and everything hurts and then all you want to do is hurt somebody. Like, but don't hurt your kids. That's the point that I'm making. So divide your time and divide your time. That's no worries. No worries. No worries. I heard from Enroue. He had to get his wife to the train, and we're all for men getting their love to the train. Oh, I love this, Harry. Harry, I think I need a new picture. Do you think we need a time for a new picture? Well, we can get a new picture. I like it. Send it. Okay. All right, Harry. Harry's like, don't just be saying you need a picture, send a picture. Okay. I like it. So I'm just saying it might be time for a new picture. I'm gonna post it. Can I post this up? I'm posting this one up. I like it.
Let me tweak it.
Oh, all right, never mind. Let me discard it. I was about to hit post. Ah, oh, Harry's like, I don't like it. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go with that. And who does that? I don't know if I like that either. I have a hankering for some good potato salad. You get around this time of year and you really start to have a hankering for some good um Thanksgiving food. My mama used to make good ribs. I might make me some ribs this Thanksgiving. I don't know. Some beef ribs. I wish I had my pressure cooker. I don't have it anymore. Uh, but I used to have a pressure cooker and I used to make some really good ribs. I mean, I can make them now. Like it's just putting them in the oven forever. I might make some beef ribs. I was in Costco and I saw some. I might. It reminds me of my mom. That's why I was feeling some kind of way about it. Maybe I go to Costco and I get some beef ribs and I make some barbecue ribs. I might do that. I just feel like, you know, I just feel like that. My mama would make ribs sometimes, and they would be beef ribs. She wouldn't mess around with pork ribs. She'd make beef ribs. I'm like, okay, mama, you know. I know people who make pork ribs. Pork ribs are not my favorite. Beef ribs, though, I don't know, because they're beefier. So I'm thinking about that with a good barbecue sauce from scratch, maybe. I think about that. I got time. It's only the 14th. So I might just do that. I got 2 weeks. Thanksgiving is like the 28th. Late this year. Late. So yes, I might just do that. That sounds that sounds yummy. That sounds yummy. So we'll see what we could get into, you know. I really would like a vegan pecan pie too. I haven't had a pecan pie in a long time. I don't want to make it because it's time consuming, but I might. If I find me a good vegan pecan pie recipe, I might do it. Or if I could find somebody who I could buy one from, you know, because I feel like I'm trying to have an old school Thanksgiving. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm trying to have an old school Thanksgiving. There's a the most amazing vegan pie recipe up. I don't know if I trust white folks pie. But it doesn't matter because I just need the recipe. I could make it how I want. I don't hold that recipe by heart. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't. And vegan pies. So sometimes what I'll do, you know, like I could get a vegan pie crust. That's not hard. I could use real eggs. That's easy. Uh Melted vegan butter. I got that. Dark corn syrup. If you're not comfortable with corn syrup, you can use brown rice or pure maple syrup. Uh, Not as well as the corn syrup. Although I would go all out and get the corn syrup. I know. I understand about the corn syrup. I get it. But this is pecan pie. I'm not trying to make this every day. I'm not gonna have 20 pies. It's a once a year pie. So I might do it. You get dark corn syrup, granulated sugar, corn. So I have all these things and some bourbon. I'm not skipping the bourbon. I'm gonna buy a good bourbon so I could drink the bourbon because I only need 2 tablespoons of bourbon. And by 2 tablespoons of bourbon, I mean a quarter cup of bourbon. So this one calls for flax seeds. Hmm, maybe, maybe. It looks good. I'll think about it. And then a good sweet potato pie. I might make a pecan pie and a sweet potato pie. And I think now I could put in dairy free and it'll give me a good recipe. Because I don't need it to be vegan. I'm gonna use eggs. I have no problems using eggs. It's the dairy part I can't, you know. Oh look, a dairy-free pecan pie. You know. I just need it. The same for the sweet potato pie. Just use a plant milk. That's it. And I don't want to I'm not making 20 of them. That's it. And I can buy crust. You could buy vegan crust. You can get them. I used to could get them at Edge of the Woods. You know, my youngest daughter is a baker. I could get her to make me a crust. But she'll want to be cooking all kinds of other stuff, so I don't want to trouble. So I could just go ahead and get I could just buy a pre-made crust. That's easy. It's not a. So I'm feeling like a pecan pie, a sweet potato pie, and a cherry pie. I like a cherry pie. You don't get cherry pies. Like you just don't get them. And it takes a lot to make a cherry pie. So I'm just saying. This gives me too many directions. What? I don't want to replace sugar with honey. It's all sweet. Sometimes you just cannot put honey in things. I know people are trying to be whatever they're trying to be about that. Like, nope. So what I probably have to do is take a recipe and just veganize it. Dairy free it up. That's probably what I'll have to do. You know, they're not giving me. So yeah, it takes a minute to make a it takes a minute to make a dairy free pie. That's all right. I could already take the pie dough off the list because I can go buy pie dough, dairy free pie dough. I already keep dairy free butter in the fridge. I'll buy some cane syrup. I don't care. This is once a year. I know we have brown sugar in the house because my daughter bakes and vanilla extract. Yeah, so I could just easily do this and some raw pecan halves. See, that's easy enough. I'm fine. And there are some better vegan butters out there. The Mykonos, Mi Mykonos, Myonikinis, I don't know, whatever it is. That's a good one. A gingerbread apple skillet cake. Oh, I could do it. I think I'm having a sense of what I want to make. I think I think pecan pie, sweet potato pie. And it's gonna take us a month to eat all of that stuff. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Uh, that might work. We'll see what happens. That might be a good idea. That might be a good idea. I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing all. I don't know what am I doing all this cooking for. Like my kids do not eat that much. There are only four of them. But what I'll do is I'll have pies for the holiday. And if it's really good, I don't know if I'll make it again for Christmas. I want a pecan pie. I really do. That's really what I want. The problem is, I don't want to be the only one eating a pecan pie. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I could do it. I do want to make a sweet potato pie with Grand Marnier. So that's just a nip of Grand Marnier to go with my sweet potatoes. So I might do that. A sweet potato pie is good because it goes with and then of course I have to make a vegan mac and cheese. And then everything else will be whatever. I think some ribs would be in order. Yeah. Ooh, girl. Um, yes, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, good people. You see, I'm working out my menu. Y'all are riding right along with me. I'll make sure I take pictures of whatever I do and post them up. We shall see. And now that I have a stove that works, a working stove, I could cook this year because last year we didn't have a stove last year. We had a stove, but it didn't work. So we were kind of limited of what we could do. And so we had Thanksgiving at an Airbnb downtown. because the fridge here wasn't working, the stove wasn't working. So we had to make some decisions. So thank you to the folks at Known who, allowed us to have some space downtown. It was nice. It was a couple of days and we cooked and made a really good dinner. Really, really good dinner. A really good dinner. So, uh, but I think this year we could probably cook here because we have a stove. So we'll get closer to uh we'll get closer to what we want to do, as the holiday progresses, and what that'll look like, you know. I'm pretty cool with that, you know. Ease into the holiday season, and my daughter Brianna's already whispering about Christmas, Christmas tree. I'm like, y'all are grown up people. Where we go? Put a tree in the storage shed of an apartment. Child, I don't even know. So I've got some paperwork I need to turn in someplace. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna drop it off. I have to drop it off tomorrow. I think that's what I have to do. Yeah, so I'll work on this. I'll fill out that paperwork and I'll drop it back off tomorrow. I'm going to the New Haven Theater tomorrow night. Collective Consciousness Theater tonight to see the niceties. And then the New Haven Theater tomorrow night to see Dear Elizabeth. Very Two very different shows, but both are two-person plays. So I'm excited about that. That'll be uh that'll be really good. So I'm looking forward to it. And we'll see how it goes. Tonight is Pay What You Can at Collective Consciousness. Tickets start at $15 anyway. So surely you could pay $15. You know, you surely could do that. So I'm gonna do that. I pay a little more than 15. Not much more, because poor poverty. But I'm gonna go tonight, and I think that'll be perfect. I think that'll be a wonderful way to. Otherwise, I don't know when I'll see this show. I don't know. I mean, I could go. I could always go next week too. I think I could go the next week. But I think I kind of want to just get it done. So if I could free up my time to do some other things. So, and I said I was gonna go. So today is good as any. That's what I'll do. I'll make my way there this evening, and I told a couple of people, if they wanna meet me there or come or whatever. Yes, it's at Bergamo's. Yes, I said that earlier, but I'm gonna say it again because y'all have run over there to the other side, around the other side of Erector Square. But Bergamo's, which is on Blatchley. And they put a sign out. So if you're not speeding, you can uh you can find your way to Bergamo's. If you're not speeding, you just turn into the driveway. It's a little elusive looking. And you'll think, where am I going? Just turn in and just keep driving back until you hit the main parking lot. And then you'll be like, oh, I get it. You know, that's all. It's a little challenging, but it's not hard. It's not difficult. It's not over the river and through the woods. It's not that at all. So I'm gonna go tonight. I have a hankering for some mac and cheese for dinner. I've got some box mac and cheese, some Daiya mac and cheese. So I have a hankering for that with some broccoli. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Because I'm gonna have to have some dinner, I guess. That might not be a bad dinner, you know. I had cabbage the other day, which was so good. I'm gonna buy me another cabbage. I think I'm gonna have cabbage for Thanksgiving too. I think I'll do a little cabbage collard green mix. That might be worth it. Because cabbage for me, because I know people who make their collard greens and they put a little sugar. I don't like to put sugar in my collards like that. So cabbage is naturally sweet. So you could do a collard cabbage mix and get the sweetness that I think people think they want. I mean, I'm not cooking for the masses, no way. So really just cooking to my preference. But I was thinking about some cabbage. That'd be nice. Um, and a little cabbage collard mix. That would be fine. I think I could do that. That'd be easy, you know. Definitely some sweet potatoes. Even if I don't do a sweet potato pie, which I am leaning toward doing the sweet potato pie, you know. And the thing about a sweet potato pie, you have to do two. Pecan pies, you do one. Like I grew up, we had one pecan pie, but we always had two to four sweet potato pies. And then sometimes my mom would have an apple pie or a blue, because I loved berry pie. So sometimes she'd make me a blueberry pie or cherry pie. Sometimes, it depends on how our money was in the house. Some years was better than others. Some years we had like lots of pies and, you know, there was an apple pie, blueberry pie, and a cherry pie, and a sweet potato and four sweet potato pies. Some years it was two sweet potato pies, and that's it. You know what I mean? So some years were way more abundant than others. And so I'm remembering and thinking about the abundant years where there'd be a turkey, a ham, and ribs. And whatever else my mama had, chicken, it'd be all kinds of stuff. And some years it would just be a turkey and small fixings, not like 20 fixings. So anyway, sorry that Enroue couldn't join us this morning. He was on husband duty. And but he'll be back. We'll get some more dates. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll let you know what I thought of the niceties at the Collective Consciousness production at Bergamo's tonight. It's Pay What You Can Thursday. Tickets start at $15 anyway, but pay what you can. So don't be acting a fool. Don't be like, well, I really should pay $15. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Pay what you can. Pay what you can. That is the point. So get your bodies in the seat. And hopefully I'll see you there. I'll be there. So look for me. All right. Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Paul. I'll be back tomorrow. You just giving it to me, Harry. You giving it to me with Donny Hathaway and Roberta Flack. Love this song.
Could never be more